Namaste and welcome to Downtown Yoga presented by Florida Blue in downtown Tallahassee. My name is Addie and I'll be guiding you through a gentle yoga flow. We'll start today standing at the top of the mat in a mountain pose, anywhere that feels like a comfortable standing place. Think about having a little bit of space between your big toes just so that you feel nice and stable here in this posture. Shoulders are soft, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Palms can shine forward to help you open across your chest, and then just starting to settle into the natural flow of your breath. Once you've caught a hold of the natural flow of your breath, start to deepen into your breath, drawing longer breaths in, longer breaths out. Taking a couple more breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe starting to set an intention for your practice today, something easy that you'd like to cultivate while you find your body, while you move through these shapes. Continue to breathe as you focus. Awareness to your body, awareness to your breath. Pressing the palms together, taking an extra breath to send our intention out into the world as if it is already done. Relaxing your arms by your sides, taking one more breath. And we'll use our next inhale to stretch the arms all the way up overhead, and exhale, just relax the arms down. Breath with movement. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, arms relax down. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll come into a soft forward fold. Bend the knees and relax your torso down. Heel toeing the feet a little bit farther apart. Knees are soft so that your upper body can relax. Head and neck hang heavy. You might take a moment to nod the head yes and shake the head no. On your next inhale, we'll press the hands against the shins and we'll find a half lift shape. So straightening through the legs and looking forward. And on your exhale, let's soften it all the way back down. Let's try that again. Inhale, half lift. Find some space in the spine. And then exhale, back to your forward fold. One more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's use our next inhale to rise all the way up. Root the feet, rise the arms for a full body stretch. Then exhale, palms float down. Let's keep moving. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we'll find a plank pose. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Strong in the belly, shoulders over wrists here. We'll pause for a couple rounds of breath. Spreading the fingers out nice and wide, take a nice breath in. And on your exhale, we'll drop the knees, uncurl the toes. Inhale at the top, exhale, let's lower all the way down to the belly with control. We'll take 6 cobras. Let's try the first 3 without hands. Inhale, roll the chest up and lift your hands. And exhale, float it right back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your chest and your hands. And exhale, float it back down. Last one, floating cobra. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We'll use our hands now. Press your hands. Inhale, lift. Keep your elbows close. And exhale, float it back down. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale, lift just as high as feels good in your body. And exhale, soften it back down. Let's press into our hands. We'll shift our hips back and we'll find a downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, send the hips up and back. Getting steady here in downward facing dog. Feeling some length in the back of the legs. Your heels don't have to touch. Strong in the shoulders, actively pushing the mat away. Breathing. Let's take one more breath in and out. And then we'll look forward. Let's softly bend the knees, and we'll take a walk to the top of the mat when you're ready. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, we'll rise all the way up. Root the feet, rise the arms. And exhale, palms float down. Let's keep moving. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose, top of a push-up, take your time. We'll inhale at the top, exhale, lower down. You can drop the knees if you'd like. Just one back bend at this time. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, a safe transition back to downward dog. Spread the fingers out wide, and we'll find a little bit of movement in this downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. So just pressing into one heel and then the other, walking out our dog, checking in with the hamstrings and finding our breath. Let's bring the feet to stillness. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Take a breath. And then we'll straighten through the knees and we'll start to make our way forward. Look between the hands, take a walk. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. Let's try our sun salutation again. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Take a back bend. Inhale, lift your chest, maybe a high cobra. Then exhale, soft transition to downward dog. Let's take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And you're welcome to stay here in downward dog or meet me in child's pose, dropping the knees down toward the wide edges of the mat, big toes touch, hips to heels, resting all the way down. Settling into any shape that feels like rest, we'll take about 5 deep breaths. We'll start to make our way to a tabletop shape for 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, chin and tail both rise. And exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. Last one, nice breath in. And a nice breath out. We'll make our way back into downward facing dog from here, finishing up our sun salute. Once you find down dog, we will travel. Look between the hands, bend the knees. You can step, walk, or take a giant hop. On your inhale, it's a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. On your exhale, we'll step the left foot way back behind us and we'll find a runner's lunge up on the ball of the left foot. Tint your fingers and see if you can lift your heart towards the top of the mat. Hips are dropping down. And then we'll start to pick our torso up tall, sweeping the arms up overhead. Getting steady with warrior one, take a breath. Floating the fingers back down, pressing the hands into the mat and doing a little rock step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. To the other side, inhale, sweep and reach. Exhale, forward fold, strong belly all the way down. Inhale, half lift, find some space. And on your exhale, guiding the right set of toes back behind you, landing on the right ball of the foot. Drop the hips down so that you feel a nice stretch in your back leg. Heart shining forward, take a breath. And then we'll start to pick our torso up tall. Staying up on the ball of that back foot just to check in with balance, sweeping the arms up overhead and pause. Warrior one. Get steady as you breathe. Inhale, lift your chest. And on your exhale, we'll float the fingertips back down. Take that little rock step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down with control. Take a back bend with your inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, safe transition back to downward facing dog. Pausing in your downward dog for a breath. And then we'll take the right leg and sweep it up towards the sky. Keep the hips squared as you breathe into your left hamstrings. And then we'll find an open hip shape, bending at the knee, sending it up towards the sky. Weight even in both hands. You might circle out the ankle, flex and point the foot. Let's kick the leg out long, and then we'll hug the knee into the chest and step it forward back to our warrior one. We'll explore some movement here in our warrior. Keep the body grounded. Inhale, reach the arms, and exhale, bow forward and sweep them back behind you. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, bow forward, sweep. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, bow. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we'll float the fingers back down to the mat. Drop your left knee, uncurl your left toes, and lifting the heart towards the top of the mat. Breathing in low lunge. Then we'll start to find half split. Hips and hands moving towards the back of the mat and starting to straighten through your right leg. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Let's take 2 more solid breaths. Starting to come back into your low lunge, bending into your right knee and lifting your chest up. We'll press the palms together and take a twist to the right, and you can keep your torso up tall, or you can hook your left elbow across your right knee. Think inhale for space, exhale to twist. From here, we'll unwind, come back to the center, floating the hands down, and we'll step it back to downward dog. Take a breath. And then we'll pick up the left leg and fly it long. Strong belly, feeling the right set of hamstrings. Take a breath. And then bending at the knee to roll the hip open. You can circle out the ankle, flex and point the foot, but pressing evenly into both hands. We'll kick the leg out long on our next inhale. And on your exhale, step it forward. Warrior one. Up on the ball of your right foot, torso up tall. Keeping your low body steady and grounded so that we can try that movement with our upper body. Take a nice breath in. And on your exhale, bow forward. Sweep the arms back behind you. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bow. Keep your belly strong. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bow. Inhale, arms up, torso tall. And exhale, we'll float the fingers down. Drop your right knee, uncurl your right toes, low lunge, shining your heart forward towards the top of the mat. When you feel ready, we'll make our transition to our half split. Sending your hips towards the back of the mat and starting to flex through your left set of toes. Nice big hamstring stretch, softening the shoulders as you bow, taking a couple more breaths. Transitioning back into your low lunge, and then picking the torso up tall to try the twist. Press the palms together, take a twist to your left, and maybe staying upright or diving your elbow down, hooking it across your knee. Inhale for space, exhale to twist. And then we'll start to unwind. Hook that elbow back towards center. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, we'll float the hands down. And we'll step it back to downward dog. From here, we're moving back into child's pose, knees out wide. Big toes touch. Sit your hips back to your heels all the way down. Take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And we'll start to make our way out of child's pose back to tabletop. 3 more cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, round spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Back to downward dog we go. Take your time. Once again, we'll pick up the right leg and fly it long. 3-legged dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, shift it forward, hug the knee into the chest, and then we'll step it back forward to the top of the mat. Keep your left hand down, pull your right arm up. Twist. Maybe planting that hand all the way on the mat. We'll take a nice breath in. And on your exhale, sweeping that right arm forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, reach it back up overhead. And exhale, send it forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, bringing those right fingertips down to the mat on the inside of your leg. And we'll pivot turn into a wide angle forward fold where all 10 toes face the wide side of the mat. Strong legs to help you balance and fold. We'll take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Catch a little back bend at the top if you like. And then exhale, we'll come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Take a breath. And then lifting your chin up to come into a triangle pose. Point your left toes towards the back of the mat. Reach your arms out like a T. Reach forward over that left foot. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Rolling your right ribs open towards the sky. You can look up or you can look down. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll use our next inhale to lift all the way up. Right hand down, left arm stretches up towards the sky for stargazer. We'll bring the arms back out like a T, point your left toes back in, and point your right toes towards the top of the mat. Bend into your right knee for a warrior two, knee stacks over ankle. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, keep dropping the hips. One more breath. And then we'll guide the hands down to frame the front foot, and we're stepping back to plank pose. Inhale at the top, exhale, lower down. A back bend with your inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, safe transition back to downward dog. Inhale, pick up your left leg and fly it long. On your exhale, we'll shift it forward, hug the knee into the chest, and then stepping that foot forward towards the top of the mat. Keep your right hand down and pull your left arm up, twist. Steady in the low body. Let's take a nice breath in. And exhale, we'll bring that arm forward towards the top of the mat. On your next inhale, let's sweep and reach the arm all the way back up overhead. And exhale, send it forward. One more. Inhale, reach the arm up. And exhale, bow it down. We'll make that transition into our wide angle forward fold, spinning the toes to face the wide side of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to hips, and then rising all the way up. We'll take a bind with this one. Interlace your fingers back behind your back. Take a nice breath in. Draw the knuckles towards the floor. And on your exhale, forward fold. You can keep the hands on the low back or rotate the arms up overhead for a shoulder stretch. Strong legs. Let's take one more breath. And then we'll use our next inhale to rise all the way up, little back bend at the top if you like. And exhale, we'll release. Point your right toes towards the back of the mat. Arms out like a T for triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Rolling your left ribs open as you breathe. Inhale, let's lift the torso all the way up. And on your exhale, we'll take the left hand down and stretch the right arm up towards the sky, stargazer. Strong in the belly, take a nice breath in. And exhale, we'll release. Arms out like a T. Coming into warrior two, so pointing those left toes towards the top of the mat, bending into the left knee. Take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. We'll bring the hands down to frame our front foot. Stepping back into plank pose. Inhale and exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up for a cobra. And exhale, safe transition. We'll find a child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes touch, resting all the way down. Take 2 breaths. After that second breath, we'll start to slowly ease up out of our child's pose. We're coming back to tabletop to do some wrist stretches. So lifting your hips up and taking the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll take the back of the right hand to the mat, wiggle the fingers around. Give the wrist a shake. And then try the other side, back of the left hand to the mat, wiggling the fingers, compressing the wrist. And then we'll let it go. Flipping the palms, fingers face towards the knees for a forearm stretch. You can keep the shoulders over the wrists or lean the shoulders back to feel more of a stretch. We'll start to let this go, give both hands a shake, and then we're moving back into downward facing dog. Hands out, toes under, hips to the sky. Look between the hands, bend the knees. You can step, walk, or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, press the palms together and float them down. We'll get grounded on our right foot and we'll start to bring the left leg into tree. So bending the left knee, guiding the left knee out, and your choice. You can keep the foot on the calf, the ankle, or all the way up to the inner thigh. Just make sure it doesn't rest on your knee joint. We'll spend some time here getting grounded and steady in tree. Find a gazing point, fix your focus, breathe. Keeping the palms pressed together, we'll move with breath. Inhale, guiding the hands up overhead, and exhale, rainbowing the arms down. Try it again, pressing the palms. Inhale, stretch them up. Exhale, float them down. Last one, inhale, float them up. And exhale, float them down. Getting grounded in that leg, we'll unhook our left leg and we'll send it back behind us. We'll try and land back in our warrior one. So relaxing your arms down, leaning your chest forward through an airplane pose, and then we'll bend the right knee a lot, ground the left set of toes once you feel steady. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, we'll float the fingers down. Try that little rock step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. Getting grounded in your left foot to take your tree pose on the right side. Right foot finds left leg, anywhere that feels comfortable but challenging, maybe calf or inner thigh. Keeping the palms pressed together as you breathe, finding that drishti, that gazing point, fix your focus. Inhale, bringing the arms up overhead, biceps by the ears, and exhale, rainbow it down. Inhale, press the palms and reach them up. Exhale, float it down. Last one, inhaling up. And exhale, float it down. We'll start to think about our transition into our lunge. So we'll unhook that right leg and let it hover. Relaxing the arms down and starting to transition through that airplane pose to your warrior one. Bend your left knee a lot, keep your belly strong. Once your right set of toes land, get steady. Sweep the arms up on your inhale, catch your balance, and on your exhale, float it right back down. We'll step back to downward dog this time, and we're making our way back into child's pose. Take one more breath. And then we'll make our way back to tabletop for 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tail. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, round the spine. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. We'll make our way into a comfortable seat with the legs stretched out long. Once you get there, tint your fingers alongside your hips and just do a little bump out of your knees. Let's flex the toes towards the face, take a nice breath in, reach up, and exhale, we'll softly fold over our straight legs. You're welcome to relax your arms by your sides, or maybe you grab onto the shins or the ankles or the feet and pull. Shoulders stay soft away from the ears, belly is strong, keep breathing. On your next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, flip the palms and float them back behind you. We'll tint the fingers and we'll take a back bend, opening up the chest. Releasing your back bend, planting the hands on the mat, planting the feet on the mat, and starting to drop the knees from side to side for some seated windshield wipers. Releasing the low back and preparing for another forward fold. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide for butterfly. Let's inhale, lift the chest, and exhale to round the spine. Inhale, puff out the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, puff out the chest, and on your exhale, take your forward fold. You can keep your hands on your ankles, you can interlace the fingers and loop them around the feet. Starting to lift your chest up, fold your knees together, wrap your arms around your legs, give your legs a hug, take 2 breaths. We'll release our hug and we're coming into a quad stretch, half hero's pose. So sliding your left leg out long and folding the right leg back behind you. Roll the calf out of the way to make some space. And you might keep your chest upright. We're looking for a stretch in our right quad, right front of the leg. So if you feel enough of a stretch where you are, you stay. If you want a little bit more, you'll start to recline. So you can walk the hands a little bit farther behind you. Eventually you might drop down onto the elbows or lay all the way down. If your knee hurts or if this doesn't feel good in any way, please make your way out. Be kind to your body. Honor your body. And breathe. If you are reclined in any way, we'll start to make our way up. So pressing back up onto the hands and then carefully unwinding your right leg, giving the knees a little bit of a shake to reset. And then we'll try the other side, folding our left leg back behind us. Make some space for the calf, rolling the calf out of the way. And not focusing too much on what this shape looks like, more about what it feels like. So does your knee feel okay? Do your hips feel okay? And remember, you can stay upright. You can start to gently guide yourself back into a reclined shape. The more you recline, the more of a stretch you'll feel, so just make sure you're being kind to your left leg, left hip. We'll take a couple more breaths. We'll start to slowly and carefully make our way out, lifting your chest up and rocking onto your right side to unwind that left leg and give them a shake. From here, we'll make our way down into a fully reclined place with the soles of the feet on the mat. Relaxing your arms and just letting your low back find the mat here. Taking a couple of breaths to reset. And you can stay still or bring your feet out towards the edges of the mat and drop the knees from side to side. From here, we'll start to set ourselves up for a bridge pose. So we'll scoot the heels nice and close to the body. Keep a little space between your big toes. Arms alongside you, palms facing down. Use your next inhale to press into the feet, lift the hips up, and then we'll exhale, slowly lower them down. Flowing bridge. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, float them down. Keep the toes pointing forward and the knees pointing forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, float them down. Let's inhale, lift, and we will hold it. So holding the shape but not the breath. You might wiggle the elbows together back behind you, shrugging the shoulders away from the ears. You can also interlace your fingers. We'll take a few more breaths here. Gently lowering the hips down when you're ready, dropping the knees from side to side for a couple of breaths. And then reaching the arms up overhead, take a nice breath in, stretch and reach, and exhale, we'll squeeze both knees into the chest. You might take a little rock from side to side here. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll release the feet back down to the mat. We'll go for one more back bend. You're welcome to repeat that same bridge pose that we did before. You're also welcome to do a deeper back bend if a full wheel or something else is in your practice for today. This time we'll just lift up and hold. So setting your feet up about that hip width distance, pressing into the feet to lift the hips, and continuing with your breath. Take one more breath, and then we'll lower the hips back down, dropping the knees from side to side, and eventually hugging both knees back into the chest. We'll explore a little bit of movement just to help release our low back a little bit more after the back bends. So rocking from side to side or taking the hands to the knees and doing some knee circles. From here, we'll set the left foot down on the mat and we'll stretch the right leg up towards the sky. Circle out the right ankle, flex and point. And grabbing onto the back of the right leg if you like. Let's flex the toes towards the face and we'll take a little bow. Peel the shoulders and head off the mat, bring your nose closer towards your knee. Take a breath. And then we'll lower the shoulders and head back down. Take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee, making the shape of a figure 4. And taking a moment here to guide your right knee away using the help of your right hand. Noticing a stretch in the right hip, right glute. Take a breath. And you're welcome to stay here or finding a deeper place by hugging your left knee into your chest. Recline, pigeon. We'll take 3 more breaths. From here, we'll set our left foot back down on the mat and we'll keep crossing our right leg over so that the knees stack like you'd sit in a chair. Arms come out like a T and we'll let the knees fall over to the left for an eagle leg twist. Holding and breathing into the right side of the body. We'll start to make our way back to the center, unwinding the legs, and hugging the knees into the chest. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then we'll set the right foot down on the mat and we'll stretch the left leg up towards the sky for a brief hamstring stretch, flexing and pointing the left ankle. Grabbing onto the back of the right leg, finding that deeper place. And then we'll explore that bow, flexing the toes towards the face, bringing the shoulders and head off the mat, moving your forehead closer towards your knee. Let's bring the shoulders and head back down. We'll cross our left ankle over the right knee, finding that figure 4. Left hand guides left knee away for a breath. Feel a stretch. And then a reminder that you're welcome to stay here or hug your right knee into your chest, finding a deeper glute stretch on the left side. Reclined pigeon. A few more rounds of breath. We'll release our pigeon and come into our eagle leg twist. Right foot finds the mat, left leg keeps crossing over, and then the legs fall over to the right. Arms out like a T to keep some opening across the chest, and breathing all of your awareness into the left side of the body. We'll start to make our way back towards the center, unwinding the legs and hugging both knees back into the chest. From here, we'll release both legs straight up towards the sky. Separate through your ankles so that you can circle them out, flex and point. We'll take a nice breath in. And exhale, we'll squeeze both knees back into the chest. From here, we're moving into a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide, resting heavy on your mat. But feel free to sub this for a full happy baby or any other shape that completes your practice for today. We'll take the hands and rest them on the rib cage to feel our breath as it moves. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Let's do one more like that. Big breath in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. We'll use the help of our hands to fold our knees together. And we'll slide the legs out long, coming into our Shavasana, our place of rest. Softening the shoulders away from the ears and finding a place that feels really comfortable for you. A few minutes of nothing to do, settling in. This is your time to rest and let your practice integrate. Enjoy, and I'll let you know when it's time to come up. We'll start to bring some awareness back to our breath and finding some small movements to bring awareness to your body as well. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, and starting to circle out your wrists and your ankles. Gently rocking the head from side to side. And then eventually we'll take the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Take a nice breath in as you stretch and reach. And exhale, sigh it out, let it go. We'll hug the knees back into the chest, sending our body a thank you for getting on the mat today. Appreciation for what we have. We'll start to roll to one side, taking an extra breath or two before we go out into the world. Even better than when we started. We'll come up to an easy seated shape wherever you can sit up nice and tall. Shoulders over hips, inner thighs relax, and we'll press the palms together. Revisiting the intention that you made before class, taking a breath. And then tucking the chin down to the chest, sending it out into the world. Let's take a nice breath in and out. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Go in peace. Namaste.